Knights of the Black Table.
Knights of the Black Table.
Or Knights at the Black Table. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways we can go about it, I guess.
I really do like the fact of Knights at the Black Table.
It's, I don't know.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'm going to keep vetting people.
Hey, man, we gonna figure it out till it works.
Yeah, we're just taping and coming up with a bunch of content anyway, right? So
It's like, really, what can we talk about in this era of so many different fucking shit that's going on?
Spider-Man.
Well, Spider-Man is right there.
Yeah, he's all across the wall. I'm sorry, I think it just looks really nice.
I think it's cool as fuck. I think we were talking about it where you were introducing me to all these different comic books, and I'm not the comic enthusiast as you are.
I'm an enthusiast, that's for sure.
You know what I mean?
They call us true believers.
So I think for me, it's nice to see it from your eyes and how you first of all got into liking comic books. And for me, like, I remember when I was younger and I used to collect comic books, you know what I mean? The front cover always pulls you in onto the next exciting adventure of what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and the thing about it is, like, the cover doesn't tell you all of what's inside. You have to definitely read and
Oh, yeah.
and go in. But
It's really crazy how Spider-Man is my guy. He's my go-to, like, character.
okay.
But, like, if it wasn't for Carnage and Venom, I don't even know if he would have been my go-to guy.
And they were created first.
No, Spider-Man's first.
Mm.
Carnage was created in the 90s, Venom in the 80s. But without those characters and the crazy... Like, look at the whole bottom row. Like, look at all of those covers. Like, just right here. Like, the whole Maximum Carnage line. Like, it's... They're all dope.
So what do you think of Woody Harrelson being...
I don't like it that much. Steve Buscemi would have been better if you were going with somebody that old. You have to believe the look of craziness, and like he's like a hillbilly, backwards ass, like, you know, all these people that like they say somebody who supports Trump, like that type of person, like
right.
Backwater, hillbilly, incest type shit. Like that is Cletus Cassidy through and through. Like his character is depicted like that in the books. Like he's like that. Like if he has a team up with other villains, they will hate on him and call him like a backwater hillbilly. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, where I'm teaming with you because I have to, but if I didn't have to, I would kill you.
Right.
Like,
sometimes you need those kind of friends.
Right?
But it's an interesting thing.
That's what I don't know. Comics are. I guess I can make it engaging because of the way that I explain and I express and the passion that I have coming out of my mouth.
And it gives you that. You know what I mean? Like, if I look at what are the things that I'm passionate about, I'm really not going to really have too much to say besides music. Music will always be key in my heart. It will always be key in my life. Other than that,
R&B head for life.
You know what I mean?
think it's one of those. It's one of those things. No disrespect to hip hop. It's a very, very close second, and I think they kind of go hand in hand.
Yes.
Like they really do go hand in hand with each other. But yeah, I mean, R&B is where it's at. Especially when it comes to lyrics, like when you're really wanting to hear some shit, some
right.
deep shit, man.
Like,
play that to me a record for the first time, man. Play that Monica record.
Play Music Soul Child. I say Music Soul Child speaks. He speaks for the men of today. You know what I mean?
You think so?
100%. Because there's a song like "Love" or "Teach Me How to Love," and I remember playing that for my son's mom because we were going through some tough shit, and it was just like, teach me how you want me to love you. Teach me how, because I don't know. I'm just a man. Your expectations of me, of what you think.
Nah, that's deep. I fuck with that.
You know what I mean?
It's funny because you can put layers on the shit. I mean, I've listened to some Chris Brown records that can get pretty deep, but most of the records are kind of like just on the outset of a situation. It's more about getting into it, more than it is about fucking being in it and dealing with it.
Because like Music Soul Child has like so many songs where it's just like.
But there's different people for that shit. Like, and look, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tell you a couple. Like, I'm gonna throw a couple names out there of like people that like. Because I was never big on male artists. You know what I mean? Male R&B artists are not like unless they were in a group. If they were in a group, then I could fuck with you. The 112s, the Drew Hills of the
Brian
world.
McKnight, like for me,
that
the male artists
shit, all that
were
shit.
who I wanted to be. Like I
Boys
wanted
to
to
men,
be.
we're all over the place. With
I wanted to be Garcia. Like I wanted women to sit
Brian
there and be
McKnight.
like, "Yo, Garcia is now on the microphone and he's gonna tell you." You know what I mean? Because I can see that shit right now, and it'll hit you. You know what I mean? Like what I used to do in high school is, if when I liked this girl, I would take like different songs. So I took a song from Brian McKnight and I wrote it out.
In your own way?
And then I wrote it out in my own way and I gave it to her and she was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god, I never had somebody fucking write something for me. This idea."
You know what's funny? You know what's really funny? Is that if she actually like was really feeling it, that woman probably still has that shit to this day.
Oh, you know what? I'm a petty motherfucker, and I've taken some of those songs back because I'm
really
just like,
your pet, bro.
bro, because when it don't work out the way you wanted to. I remember there was a girl.
No way work out the way you wanted to. All of a sudden, you turned into Teddy Pendergrass. You start yelling at the bitch.
Turn off the light and get the fuck out of my house. That's it.
Oh shit.
Fuck that shit.
Oh,
and
so you switch up, and you're not Keith Sweat no more. You're Jared Levert all day. No, not even.
No, you're never Jared Levert because you're like, yo, get out of here. You don't stay here no more. So, you told me you don't want to stay with me no more. Get the fuck out of my life.
You're. I was gonna say like
that's Jared Levert.
No, I feel you, but like, I don't want to say his name. Okay, I was just saying. It's like you used to be R. Kelly, but all of a sudden you turned into Ronald Isley real quick.
No. Nah, you can't even do that.
No, you can't use it no more, right?
Nah, I can't use it like that.
See, it's that's fucked up. I should be able to make a joke about R. Kelly if I want to. It doesn't have.
You just did.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna say no just to save you. Now, when you talk about Ron Isley, this dude has fucking created some of the fucking funkiest songs. The Isley Brothers are the most fucking.
Look, I'm just saying.
I don't know.
For me, like you're a bit older than me, so like you see some of this shit a little differently than I do. But for me, growing up in the '90s, like I watched these R. Kelly videos, and he'd be with this girl, and there's a different girl in every video, because somehow Ronald Isley be getting the sweetest women of the '90s, and somehow every single time R. Kelly be finding a way to talk to Ronald Isley's chick. And he be trapped in closets and all kinds of different things.
Yo, some of the dopest videos of our time.
I'm just gonna say that I was scared of Ronald Isley from all of that shit.
I honestly believe
I was scared of that. If I ever saw a man with a perm and he had his hair in a ponytail and he just had like that big stocky face, I'd be like, nah, I'm not fucking with that.
It made me realize like if I'm on that level, this is like the boss mode. It's like the fucking Black Mario Brothers. You got to get the princess kind of situation.
Yeah,
and that's how I seen it.
Yeah, Ronald Isley's like King Koopa.
You know what I mean? and you're Mario. You fucking try to get the princess, but you try to do it in a way nobody else knows until like the last minute when you're running away and the bullets are fucking shooting at you in the background, but you got a fast car anyways.
Right?
And you dip off. You're pulling your James Bond shit. But it's like
Tracy Chapman.
Yo, you got a fast car.
Just throw that out there.
You got that song.
Give me one reason, bro.
You know what I mean? You just hearing it in my head right now, and it brings me back to a time where music was felt.
Bro, that's one of the saddest songs I've ever listened to in my life. Every time I hear it, like it's a good song, it's a good record. Don't get me wrong, it's a good record through and through. But it's like
sad song.
It's like. It's one of those songs that really hits you. If you take it in like that, you know what I mean? It's not just background music to you or something. Like, if you take in the lyrics and you take in what she's trying to say to you, like, that's some powerful shit. That's some sad shit right there. It's real shit, too.
Yeah.
It's real shit.
Because, like, if you think about Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? The list goes on. Like, Al Green, fucking Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke?
Like, Sam Cooke. Living on the top of the bed. I was yo.
Marvin Gaye's up in there.
See, and that's
Inner City Blues is one of my favorite records of all time.
And like people heard it.
Oh well, I'll play it after. I can't play it right now. YouTube will take us down. But like, Inner City Blues is one of those records that I listen to. It's one of them old school funk type records that like, it makes you feel the movement of like you can feel what it was like in 1980.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you got a lot of songs. Like you got, "Solid as a Rock" is that song to me. Solid as a rock. That's why it feels so good. And when they're like, ha, 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 man, it just takes me back to a time where.
So for real.
Oh man, my love, do you ever dream of? You know what I mean? We were singing that. I kid you not. You had like 15-year-old boys killing themselves singing that song. It was just a good time. It was just such a good song.
Hilarious.
So it takes me back to a time where, life gets to you. Like